Please attention, this is a polarized capacitor and those capacitors are not polarized. This is ceramic capacitors and electrolytic capacitor. Hi everyone, welcome again. In this video I'm going to teach you how to test SMD components using the multimeter. Of course, this video is the answer of many questions I get in the comments. Let's begin by testing ceramic capacitors like those. Of course, the multimeter is set to the continuity mode. So this capacitor here, for example, okay, if you didn't get a beep like this, means the capacitor is good, as you can see. So all these capacitors are good, but the difference here is that the capacitor near chipsets have a different testing. Do you see? For this capacitor, for example, it's not shorted. We have 14 in the multimeter. This is normal because it belongs to the CPU circuit. But capacitors away of the chipsets like those, for example, here in the 3 volt, 5 volt circuit, we should not find beep on the multimeter. So this is for capacitors. What about electrolytic capacitor? By the way, the electrolytic capacitor are polarized capacitors. Means if you find, for example, a failed capacitor, pay attention when you want to install it or to solder it to the motherboard. You have to respect this polarity. Here we have positive terminal, this side, and always the color here refer to the negative terminal. So pay attention if you want to solder it. So for the electrolytic capacitor, the same. For electrolytic capacitors near the chipsets, you will get a low reading like this one. This is good. Here also we will get a low reading, as you can see, 30, because it belongs to CPU circuit. This one belongs to the PCH. But here, for example, for this capacitor in the 3 volt 5 volt circuit, we have not to get a beep. As you can see, we get discharge, charge, discharge. So this is good. What about this component here? Guys, those are not ceramic capacitors. Those components are coils. We can even check, as you can see here, we get a continuity. This is good because this is coil or inductor. Do you see here we have L over here? Same for this one here, we have L4. This is coil, not ceramic capacitors. So pay attention. Here we have another coil, L1. Okay, so pay attention, especially for beginners. Those are not ceramic capacitors. The ceramic capacitor is this color, brown color. So for MOSFETs, of course, we have to get between drain and source at drop voltage. Let's check. The multimeter is set to the diode mode. We get 351 or 0.3 drop voltage, means this is a good MOSFET. Of course, if I swap the probes, I should not get any reading, but once the MOSFET is connected to the board, it's okay, no problem. Let's check this one here also. Before we continue, a quick thank you to the sponsor of this video, Next PCB. Next PCB is a reliable multi-layer PCB manufacturer offering everything from PCB prototyping to full turnkey PCB assembly. They handle PCB fabrication, component sourcing, SMD stencils, and even mass production, all in one place. Whether you are building a prototype or scaling to production, Next PCB makes the process simple and professional. Check them out using the link below. So between drain source, okay, nothing. This is good, nothing. But if I swap the probes, I have to get a drop voltage. Let's check. Between drain and source, we have a drop voltage 0.4 or 453. This is good MOSFET. Of course, you can also check between gate and source and gate and drain. This is normal. The reading here is normal because the MOSFET is connected to the board. But once we didn't get a buzzer like this, means the MOSFET is serviceable. Let's check this one here. This is a different MOSFET. Okay, between drain and source, we get a reading. If we swap the probes, we get another reading. Okay, the MOSFET is good. So as I told you, once you didn't get this reading like this, means the MOSFET is good. What about crystal? Can we test the crystal using the multimeter? No, unfortunately we cannot test the crystal using the multimeter. To test the crystal you need oscilloscope, and once I get an oscilloscope I'll show you how to use it to test this kind of component like crystals. It's easy, no problem. Okay, so this is it. We test the ceramic capacitor, the electrolytic capacitor, the 3-pin MOSFETs, of course the coils, the SMD coil, the smallest one. Here also those are coil using the continuity mode, the multimeter in the continuity mode. If I check this coil I get a beep. This is good. This one here, good one. This one, good one. If you didn't get a beep for coils, means the coil is open, damaged. What about the BIOS? Here we have the BIOS. Can we test the BIOS? No, basically we cannot test the BIOS using just the multimeter. To check the BIOS you have to power the motherboard. I have a lot of videos about how to test BIOS. You can just go to the home page of this channel and write BIOS test and you will find many videos. Basically the BIOS, we have to power the board and check the pin number 8. Where is pin number 8? Here basically we have this dot over here, means this is pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is pin number 8. So between ground and pin number 8 you have to find 3.3 volt. But once the board is not powered you will not find anything. Okay, now let's move on to this IC. This is a MOSFET, not IC. Even if we have here U, basically for the MOSFET we find Q like this, but sometimes for 8-pin MOSFETs we find also U25. What is the proof? Is this a MOSFET or an IC? I will prove to you. Here we have this dot over here. Do you see these 3 pins are connected together? If I put one probe here in this pin, of course the multimeter is seated to the continuity mode. Do you see the 3-pin bips? And if I go to the side, this is the drain. These 4 pins are connected together. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see? Means this is a MOSFET. Here we have drain, here we have source, and here we have the gate. How we test this MOSFET? The same working principle as 3-terminal, but here we test between any pin here in the source and any pin here in the drain. We get a reading. Do you see? We get a drop voltage. Okay, if I swap the probes, of course I could get another reading. Okay, I get one. This is good. In this side no reading, but in this side I get a drop voltage, as you can see. Means this is a good MOSFET. Once you didn't get a continuity, means the MOSFET is not shorted. So thank you very much my friends. I will continue testing other component in the next part. I hope you understand. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video with others. And of course, for anyone who wants to join me on my Patreon page, you are very welcome. All links in the description. Thank you very much.